the whole Fox's show here, AR Fox. And I'm here telling you all to subscribe to Heel Steven at YouTube.com, baby. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna give you guys my TNA Sacrifice 2014 review. I understand there's people that will say, this pay-per-view was shit. This was the worst pay-per-view ever. Oh my god, TNA is on a sinking ship. And then there's people that will tell you, you know what? Sacrifice wasn't a bad pay-per-view. It was an actual good pay-per-view to watch. And then you'll have me, and I'm gonna say this. It wasn't a bad pay-per-view like people are putting out to be, nor was it a good pay-per-view either. It was more of an okay, easy to sit through. It felt like a 3-hour Impact, to be honest. Every match except 2 matches had a gimmick. The first match we had was the Bromans versus the Wolves for the tag titles. 3-on-2 handicap that turned out to be a no disqualification match, which I thought was a good match. I felt like, the Wolves winning was very, very deserving. I'm going to be honest though, I felt like, the Wolves should have won the title for the first time last night at Sacrifice, not at that house show they did a while back. To be honest, I understand why TNA decided to have the Wolves win the titles, a couple weeks ago or months ago in that house show for shock value. But again, I am more of a fan of storytelling than I am of shock value. But yeah, I'm happy that the Wolves won. But I'm really hoping that TNA starts bringing in more tag teams. Because again, if you're going to have the Wolves win the titles, and we're going to continue seeing the Broman versus the Wolves for like 3 more months or 4 more months, whatever it may be, it's going to get very boring. So I'm hoping TNA can start bringing in more tag teams. And then you had Anderson versus Samuel Shaw, the condemned match. Pretty much it was an ambulance match where you had to put your opponent inside this van that was padded up from the back of the trunk. And, it was an okay match, It felt kind of long. There were things on the match that, was okay. At the end of it, Anderson got the win. Hopefully, they get to repackage Samuel Shaw, give him a new look. We'll see what they'll do from here. And then you had Will-O-The-Wisp, Kurt Angle versus EC3 and Rockstar Spud, which was an okay match. Angle seemed kind of hurt here. But the only thing I will say about this, I felt like the wrong people won. I felt like the winners of this match should have been EC3 and Rockstar Spud. I felt like they should have put the young guys over in this one, not 2 guys that are veterans in a way. Will-O-The-Wisp, which we all know is Jeff Hardy, come on. But at the end of the day, it is what it is with this match. From what it looks like, we're going to continue to see more of the feud between Angle and EC3, hopefully until Slammiversary, but who knows really. And then after that, you have Sonata versus Tigre Uno, the 2 out of 3 falls match, the 3rd fall, literally, which was probably the best match of the night, if you ask me. It was kind of short. I wish they had a little more time. But again, they told a good story here. I was happy with the match. And I personally thought that Sonata was going to turn heel, because that's what it looked like to me, with all these video packages, having put pressure on by the Great Muta and him carrying the weight of the Japanese culture of wrestling on his back. You would expect him, alright, on the 3rd fall, shake his hand at the end of the match and then turn heel, attack Tigre Uno, something like that. But also, I want to see TNA bring in more X Division stars, because they really need to right now. Alright, you have Tigre Uno, you have Sonata, but that doesn't really, revamp the whole division. You got to bring in more talent, and I hope TNA does that really, really soon. And then you had Gunner versus James Storm, the I Quit match. That was a very brutal match. Both these guys, had some good spots here. The superplex from the top rope to the guardrail that was in the ring. I'm going to be honest, I felt like James Storm should have won this match. Because if you think about it, a couple months ago at Lockdown, they had a match as well, which was a last man standing match inside a cage where they were limited to what they could have done. But Gunner won that match. And now you have a I Quit match where Gunner wins again. So where does that really put James Storm here? I feel like, again, James Storm should have came out victorious in this match. But again, it was a good match, told a good story. And then you had Angelina Love versus Madison Rayne for the Knockouts title. An okay match. I'm not going to say it was the best match in the world here, anything like that. Alright, to my understanding, from what I saw, Angelina Love got the win. Now she has the record for the most knockout title wins in TNA history. So I feel like they did that just so she can actually have the record now. And then you had Bobby Roode versus Bully Ray in the tables match, which, to be honest, oh my god, it was going good. It really was going good up until the end. Bully Ray was about to win. And for some weird reason, the referee in this match fell. Like, listen, I never once in my life took a bump, but I'm sure you're not supposed to take a bump that way. Alright, the referee, some weird way, just fell. Whether his shoelace was untied, or he had something in his eye and he fell, or the wind magically, made him go down to, on the canvas, and he didn't see Bully Ray put Bobby Roode to the table. And the referee's still down. Mind you, the referee is still down. Bully Ray grabs Bobby Roode and he puts him in the outside. They have a table set outside, and Bully Ray's on the top rope, about to jump, to the outside of the ring to, put Bobby Roode through the table with the splash. And a camera person with a beard got on top, pushed Bully Ray, and Bully Ray fell through the tables. And it ended up being Dixie Carter. I'm gonna be honest. I really did not like Dixie Carter being there. I really felt that Dixie Carter's character coming out and all that overshadowed the match. I felt like, it overshadowed Bully Ray, it overshadowed Bobby Roode. And the crowd completely did not give a shit about this. I get it. Dixie Carter is the president of TNA. She's an on-air character, but I really wish that they could limit her character to what she can really do. That's my honest opinion. And then we had the main event. Magnus versus Eric Young for Eric Young's TNA World title, the rematch. And I'm gonna be honest. If you saw my video from Thursday where I talked about Magnus taking out Abyss and Eric Young, I said that, I felt like Magnus and Abyss are setting up Eric Young. Right? I was expecting last night that, Abyss was gonna come out to attack Eric Young and screw him over and cost him the title. And that didn't happen, which amazed me. Because I was expecting, okay, it's a Magnus match for the world title. Here comes the run-ins. Let's see it happen. It didn't happen. Eric Young beat Magnus clean, which I commend. I give them credit for. They literally shocked me with that. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. Eric Young got the win. And now, to my understanding, Eric Young wants to defend the title now every week. So let's see this Thursday against who. As for Magnus, I don't know what's going to happen with him. This wraps up my TNA Sacrifice 2014 review. Again, it wasn't a bad show, nor was it a good show. It was an okay / bland show. If you want me to give this a grade, I would say a C- into a C. Being honest, I don't want people to think that I'm bashing TNA. Oh my god, you're a TNA basher. No, because I want to see TNA succeed. I want to see TNA do good. Matter of fact, I want every wrestling company to do good. Not just TNA, but also Ring of Honor, also WWE, also Dragon Gate, also CZW, every company. But that's my thoughts overall. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section of this video. Your thoughts on Sacrifice as a whole, and what you would have done differently, and all that. Share this video on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I will catch you all later in the next video. I'm out. Peace.